I need to go outside and take a walk. I've not gone outside for a walk.
I recommend it. Walks are really nice and clutch.
I've been going to our balcony, which is fantastic, but it's still not like, oh, seeing new scenery. The problem is with Ring Fit, I have no reason to walk because it's so much cardio.
There she is.
Yeah, Ring Fit's been great.
Hello, sorry about that.
Hey, welcome.
What happened, Jonathan?
Do you really want to know?
No.
I woke up from a nap, and Henry was like, "Let's bike ride." I was like, "Yeah, that sounds great." Completely forgetting it was a Wednesday.
Gotcha. Well, take a minute to catch your breath.
Well, I'm gonna go get my ring light.
Yeah, go. You get professional. Be professional.
Get the professional lighting.
Hi, people. Before we even get into formal introduction stuff, I know Christina just left to grab dice. Can I have y'all roll for initiative for introductions and also for first combat?
Oh.
I'm at a disadvantage for initiative.
That's okay.
14.
No!
Mm-hmm.
I'm muted.
Chad?
I have a -1 and I rolled a 20, so I have a 19.
So nat 20. If you get a nat 20, even if it's it gets modified, let me know. And if you roll a dirty 20, you can signify that by saying dirty 20, as in what you rolled on the die was not a 20, but after modifiers it was a 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh, we're saying, wait, so I missed the first part.
We're rolling for
Dirty
initiative
20?
for introductions and also for first combat once we get there.
I got an 8.
You got
If there's combat.
If there's combat. Yes, exactly. Ken, you said you got 20?
No.
20?
I got a 3.
You got a 3, okay.
It's
Y'all.
those hooves.
I'm just like, I can't sneak. I stand out everywhere that I go. This character is the opposite of what I'm like in real life. Like, usually I just sort of blend into the background.
Mm-hmm.
People just think that I'm like a really pale tree or something. But
I'm not
this
sure-
character is the opposite.
I'm not sure if I read it for y'all, but Charles in the chat said, as a Star Wars fan, I can tell you to listen to literally nothing we say at all.
Oh, that's true.
So, Christina, roll for initiative, please.
Okay, and now am I doing modifiers on this?
Yeah, add a
am I-
modifier. Add your
What
regular initiative modifier.
19.
19. Okay. Because Ched also has a 19, but that came from a critical 20, I'm going to give Ched a priority.
Wow.
Me?
Okay.
That's you, Chris. So,
Okay. I'm sure
introduce...
this has nothing to do with the fact that he's sleeping with the DM, but okay, fine.
And they were
To be fair, we just had 3 nights apart from sleeping in separate beds because I was tired of waking up next to a smell.
I'm sweaty and smelly, and it translates. But anyway, back to the session. I'll have everyone, as usual...
Jamil's shaking his head like this is not appropriate. Lags content.
Let's get back to the stream chat.
You're gonna
Okay, go ahead.
Your name and your pronouns, your character's name and their pronouns, and then the question of the day for you to answer, both as yourself and as your character, separately. How do you fare in group projects when you don't see eye to eye with your teammates?
My name is Chris. I do not have pronouns. My character's pronouns are he. This is a hard question. So I'm also in school right now. I went back to UCLA. And I realized that when things are going bad in a group project, I tend to try to do all of the work and then complain the entire time rather than communicate with anyone about them not pulling their load. I would just rather do everything and then just complain, which is something that I'm trying to be better at, just communicating, hey, this needs to be done, and holding people accountable versus just doing it all and then complaining. Ched, on the other hand, my character, I will fix that in a second. Can someone else go? Ched, give me 1 second.
Okay, yeah. We're up to Jane or Christina.
Okay. For group projects, if it's going poorly, I'll probably do a little bit of the same thing where I will do more work in order for it to go well, but I also will be passive aggressive in terms of who's the one at fault in order to get them to either step up or leave the project.
That's fair.
Jaina, because of where she's from, probably would be, if something's wrong is going, weakness is not tolerated. So probably if someone in a group project is doing poorly, it's not going to be passive aggressive.
Gotcha. Hi Tags, welcome. I know some people are still trickling in. We're doing introductions, running a little bit behind.
Tags, I love your emotes.
Yeah, those are some of the Pride ones that Twitch rewards during Pride Month. Lags is just racking up. We got lots of cool different emotes. We got different cheer emotes as well as our regular Lags ones. Can I send those? Okay, there you go. All right, Jamil, you are up. So, yeah.
Sorry, new mic.
It's okay.
It took me a minute to figure out how to unmute. Okay.
Yep.
So my name is Jamil. Pronouns are he, him, and projects, right? Group projects.
Yes. Oh yeah,
So,
and your character, but you can do that after.
Oh, so when it comes to group projects, if things aren't going well, I am happy to kind of like help out and be a team player as long as you do not tell me what to do. The moment you tell me not what to do, I will fail the project. Like I will purposely do everything I can to make sure we fail.
Just scorched earth all the way.
Yep. So that's just how I am. And if you want proof of that, watch me play Overwatch once, and the moment somebody tells me to switch off Sombra, I will die as Sombra until the game ends.
Wow.
My character, first of all, he would never be in a team, in a group project at all. If he were in a group project, because this feels like a leading question, and things weren't going well, I feel like Michiru would be the type that would just kind of grin and bear it and just do it, because at the end of the day, if it means getting gold or praise or whatever it is that the end goal is of the project, then they'll grin and bear it to that result.
Gotcha. All right. Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. My pronouns are he, him as well. Like Chris, I'm also going to be going to UCLA in the fall. So with group projects for me, I'm generally the one taking the lead on it and enjoy delegating, especially when people are not pulling their weight, while also making sure the deadlines are on time to fix inevitable errors where they need to be. And as for Kopaka, let's see. He's never really been in group project situations before. So I think this entire adventure will teach him how to be a little bit more tolerant of other people's opinions.
Gotcha. All right. People in chat, feel free to chime in with what your answers would be about how you function in group projects or any of your characters, etc. If you have characters you want to talk about. And last but certainly not least, Cannon.
Hi everyone, my name's Cannon. My pronouns are he, she, they, whatever. I don't really have a preference. Whatever makes you comfortable, I don't really care. In a group project, I am typically the negotiator / delegator, meaning that I do whatever it takes to make sure that the group is successful. So if that means reassigning priorities, negotiating what you can do, redistributing resources, I'm your guy. I'm just good at making it happen. My character, Alistair, is probably the kind of person that would take charge, and if no one else wanted to help or work together, would probably just knock heads around until they happened, depending on the situation. He's a pretty good guy, and he likes to do the right thing, so it depends on what was at stake, I think.
Gotcha. That's all right. So before we jump in, I'm going to share some graphics. But actually, you know what? Would somebody like to give us a summary of a last session? You can either paraphrase or read the session summary I read last time, or rather wrote from last time, or just go by memory. Unfortunately, the YouTube highlight of last session has not finished uploading as of this conference. Actually, it probably is about to finish uploading as I'm talking, but it won't be public until after the session. So, but if you are someone who wanted to watch the last session, you can use the command wedding video in chat, which will bring you a link to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, where I'm publishing those VODs, and also under the highlights on Twitch for this LA Gamers channel, you can find the videos of previous sessions saved as highlights. But can I have a volunteer to summarize last session, if possible? Christina, thank you for volunteering.
I wasn't a part of it until the end.
Okay,
though.
actually, that's true. So
Okay, I'll volunteer.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't remember the beginning because I smoke a lot of weed, and that's the excuse that I'm going to go with. But I remember we left Melitus, and then something happened. We encountered some kind of woodland creature that was sexy but didn't really do anything. And then we started making our way along the river, and then we decided to climb up and be on top of a plateau. We had to kill some harpies.
Yeah.
Harpies? That sounds right. It feels like harpies.
It was harpies.
Yeah. So then we fought harpies, which ended up being kind of anticlimactic because they just died really quickly. Then we tried to climb down the plateau, which all of us did successfully, except for Ched, because he wasn't that coordinated.
Mm-hmm.
Then we spotted off in the distance a pillar of smoke coming from somewhere, so we decided to go and check that out, which is where we found a camp of centaurs, which is where we met Jaina. Jaina's quest happens to coincide with our quest, though we haven't fully figured out why, I feel like.
Correct.
We just know that for the time being our interests are aligned, so it made sense to join forces. Not long after Jaina joined us, we started making our way further towards our given destination and encountered, what are they called?
Returned, which are the zombies of this world, which I will show a graphic of in a second.
And I think that covers most of it.
Then there's a car accident.
Yeah.
Yes, in real life there was a car accident, so we had to end
Most importantly.
Shorter. Yes, Charles, between Chris's wine and Cannon's I smoke a lot of weed comment, this is the perfect tabletop role-playing setting.
I figured you guys would like it.
All right, let me...
in the chat.
anyone else have any things that they want to add to that summary? I know there were some other funny moments.
I just want everyone to know.
Oh wait, you forgot about the centaur flirting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did.
That was the best thing.
Ched just loves centaurs, which, go for it. I support that.
Ched flirted with the nymph and the centaur, and also has hemorrhoids, and...
Well, no, this is the best. Well, a lot of people with hemorrhoids flirt, Kyle.
What?
I was not trying to draw a connection there. I was just trying to remind people of funny details from last time.
My point is that Kyle pointed out, he's like, you can't just use charisma. You have to use deception. What was the other one? And performance as well.
For flirting going forward, because I looked it up, depending on exactly how you're doing it or what your intent is, it might change what the check is. Like a general charisma check is fine, but deception, persuasion, or performance are also different options.
Which, by the way, all
persuasion,
deception, all of those are ridiculously +3. Deception, I think, is +5. So my point is either way, I will be flirting with everything that moves.
All right. Not everything will be as easy to charm as the things you encountered last time, let's say.
Famous last words.
I take that. That's my goal is not to kill anyone. It's just to flirt.
One note to make is make sure that something that we noticed, and by we I mean Christina did a lot of cool prep work for this session on her character, and also as she was joining in, looked at some of your sheets for reference and has drawn my attention to certain things, such as making sure if you have armor, you have it equipped, if you're using certain weapons, have those ones equipped. If they're not readied, you can unequip them to make them not visible, and back and forth. So you're able to constantly be representing your character properly in that way. And I recommend you do so. For example, I saw that some people had armor that they were not wearing. And so I think at least for one person, I equipped it for them because as the DM, I'm able to do that in the campaign.
Was it me, be honest?
I think it was Kopaka, but I'm not 100% sure. It was leather armor or something. But
yeah, mine's equipped.
Mine's equipped now.
Yes.
And Jonathan would be the one to have leather armor, so.
He's a ranger. He's a leaning ranger, so.
I just also want to say, so for our last stream, we had to end early because the apocalypse was going on outside. And I know I apologize to you privately, Christina.
Oh.
I want to apologize to you again, just publicly, to say I was so excited to get to know your character. And can we give Christina a moment to kind of really introduce herself now, beginning? Just because I feel like we robbed her of that moment, or I robbed her last time because it was crazy outside. So I feel really bad, basically.
Oh no, it's fine. Did you want me just to do the description again?
I would
just
love
what she looked like
for you to go into your description of your character. Yes.
Okay, so first I'll just say in terms of Kamali, Kamali is a silver.
Who is Kamali?
Kamali is a wolf, and who maybe a certain character is not fond of right now. And Kamali is silver, and it seems a little shiny, but maybe you're not sure why. And in terms of Jaina has ivory skin. I'm going to read it because I made it descriptive. Ivory skin, long straight silver hair, and a low bun with a bone comb carved in the shape of a protea, which is a type of flower, at its base. So it's right here. She's lean but toned. Small scar diagonally to her right eyebrow, and she has dark green leather armor that has silver vines stitched into it, with also a dark green sash below that, with the same silver threaded vines.
Cool.
And she is that's her human half, and her horse half. Her horse half is gray, dapple gray, so it's just gray and white spotted, with the socks on the legs of the horse body being dark gray and silver tail. I forgot there's two parts to her.
Yes. Yes, Charles, I don't think we got the name last time, but now you have it. All right. So we have the summary from last time. I'm going to quickly share my screen with y'all.
Oh yeah, and I said the name of the wolf, but you guys don't know the name of the wolf yet. In character.
I have a question. You said one character has a problem with your character?
With the wolf.
Yes, Kopaka is terrified of dogs.
Oh, as a cat person.
A literal cat person, yes.
A literal cat person.
So I will say that I did say the name of the wolf, but in character, all the characters other than Jaina know the name of the wolf. I was just doing that more for the chat. That way they knew the name of the wolf.
So I'm going to show y'all the map of Theros, just so y'all have a sense of what all is going on. Why did I even pull up this one? Because I made a zoomed-in version. So this is within the context of that continent. You started your journey in Melitus, down here, at least for everyone who is not Jaina Christina. And that's where the wedding was. And you crossed over the Four Winds Plateau and are now making your way this way. You made your way off the plateau and are starting to get into the more mountainous region, where there's a valley. That's where we left off last time. But for context, you are aiming to go approximately up here. So past Akros and Death Below Canyon, Phobos, or Minotaur. This is Minotaur country. And so right at the edge of Minotaur country or more towards it. Just so y'all have a sense of scale of where you are on your journey so far.
And it's taken us 2 days to get to Lagana, or how long have we been on this journey?
The wedding happened. The next morning, you began your journey. It is currently sunset of that day that you set out. So this would be day 2 if you count wedding as day 1. And can someone actually go ahead and summarize like the purpose of the quest again? Like what I mentioned briefly the wedding.
Yeah, I can do that. So we were at a wedding down in Melitus, and the entire wedding party got poisoned. We don't know who did it or really how it happened, but there was a leaf map that was created, and that is guiding us to that red star. There is also a weird leaf growth on Ched's horn.
Mm-hmm. And what are you expecting to find once you reach that destination? Do you know?
Ingredients to make an antidote for that potion. For that poison.
Anyone else want to qualify or correct that slightly?
I mean, I'm just looking for a reason to live. That's kind of why I'm here.
All right. So to repeat what Talia, the bridesmaid who kind of like interpreted some of the omens and stuff with y'all, she mentioned that the map most likely leads to not the ingredients, but rather the recipe, which would be carved on the bones of some sort of creature. At least that's according to the myth of where Farika normally hides her cures. Farika being the god of medicine and poison. Alrighty, so... Oh, then the other thing. Yes, back to the same thing. Am I showing the correct screen here? Okay. These are what the returned look like, if you're not sure. So on Theros, we have the zombies called the returned. This might be summary. Pardon?
I love the color palette.
Yeah, so they're really ashen-skinned. The reason that they walk around like this is they have escaped from the underworld. So they were dead on Theros. When you die, you go to the underworld, called the underworld. There are more specific regions within the underworld, but don't worry about that for now. It is possible to escape the underworld. And that is usually through the aid of Phoenix, the god of deception, who is the patron god of these returned, because the god of the dead does not want people leaving his domain. He does not want people leaving the underworld, but rather Phoenix, the god of deception, there's like a way out of the underworld called Phoenix's Path that they've likely taken. Now, these beings don't retain basically they don't know who they were in a past life, and all their emotions are very muted, and any experiences that they would be able to speak about would be a reflection of their life after they've come back from the underworld. So they don't remember who they used to be, and they wear these golden masks which serve a purpose in the underworld of trying to preserve your identity while you're down there, to try to prevent the erosion of one's self. Unfortunately, that does not seem to be fully effective, and the masks of the returned are kind of considered cursed objects. Like, they are made of actual solid gold, but they are not something that most, like, spoiler alert, people would not want to buy these because they would know that they came from a returned and they would think that that's bad. Any questions about these zombie returned? Nope. All right. JJJ, happy you love Theros. Me too. All right. So where we left off, Jaina had just spotted and drawn attention to a bunch of returned at the bottom of this valley that you just entered to overlook. Like, basically, you're at the top, and then down it dips, and there are some returned down there, about 5 or so, that y'all can see. And like I said, the sun is just basically setting right now, so the visibility is getting low. So, party, what is your reaction to seeing these returned? Actually, hold that thought. I'm going to close my window.
one of you can correct me if I'm wrong, but do we gather behind like a rock formation to hide from them? I think I remember.
I think we just crouched down.
We just crouched down. Okay.
And we stopped. How far away were we, Kyle?
So I would say probably about 60 feet horizontally, but there's a decline between you and them.
Okay.
Ooh,
And there were
60 is
5.
not far. Yeah.
I think this is a great time for a song. I'm kidding, but I can boost your mood if anyone needs it.
How loud do the songs have to be?
How loud?
Yeah.
I can do like a quiet guitar loop.
Before that happens, can I ask the group, does anyone have experience with Returned? Has anyone encountered them, fought them, spoken with them, had drinks with them, anything?
So, we're in character now, right?
We are in character now.
Okay.
If anyone wants to check on their experience with Returned, if they don't know from their backstory, let me know if you want to make a history or religion check with me.
Could I make a history check?
Yeah.
And then Kyle, I'm going to assume that I have experience with Returned because Palace in the last episode was like, we passed them. So
Yes,
I'm sure that we see them all the time.
Like,
yeah.
Kopaka, I would say that. What was your roll?
I rolled a 15, and I was going to say just
right.
given what happened on the plains.
I was going to say that you definitely encountered. For that, it was more so how much you know about them, even if you have not had direct one-on-one interaction with them. But you know of the Returned and the general story.
Okay.
Anyone else want to respond to Alistar? Or would like to, in character, people let Alistar know what you know?
I vote for killing them. That's my vote.
You think that engaging them, given the party that we currently have, is a wise choice?
They're abominations, and I want them to die. So, yes, I vote for killing them no matter how many people are in our party.
Well,
how many of them do you see down there?
What did you mean by the party we currently have? Are we not good enough? Because I'm pretty sure I killed a harpy.
It's just some of the members of the party may not have as much experience as others. I want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable about fighting something from another plane.
I'm really down for just like singing a song and giving you guys inspiration for whatever you guys want to do.
I rest my case.
I don't have much experience with Returned, but given my devotion to Phoenix, I know a little bit about them, and I know that our only way through is through them.
All right, I'm going to pause there and go out of character for a second. So that was the first time I believe Michiru mentioned to the party Michiru's devotion to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Jamil, if you are a devotee of Phoenix, you would have pretty decent knowledge about the Returned.
Yes, but that's what I said. I didn't have experience with them.
Okay,
like I don't.
Gotcha.
In my backstory, I avoid them like the plague.
Basically, I wanted to clarify for you and make sure that it was what you were saying was like either purposely misleading them with your choice of words, as opposed to you actually not being sure. So, okay, back to in character. So yes, that was the first time I think mentioned to the party about Phoenix.
So I can cause them to have trouble moving forward and entangle them if you'd like, if any of you are able to fight from a distance.
How?
I'm not, but I can position myself in between them and us so that I can be our first wave of defense, since I probably have the highest armor class.
I'd like to pull...
What's an armor class?
That's right, since I have the most armor.
Christina, what is your character's name again?
Jaina.
Sorry for interrupting you on that.
No worries, Jaina.
Jaina, I'm totally able to sing you a song from a distance that will probably help really boost your mood.
Well, we don't have to be at a distance. You can just sing it right where we are.
Okay.
Just make sure it's a little quiet, please.
Yes. Right. Oh, we're stage whispering right now.
Yes, understood. Can you all actually let me know your character's dark vision status? Like, how well can you see? Right now, it is like dim.
Where is that?
Would be
Features and
ability,
traits.
right?
No.
Yeah, I mean, mine's pretty. I can
Yeah.
see in darkness. I
Features
have dark
and trait.
vision.
I have dark vision up to 60 feet.
Okay.
Feature traits. Where is...
Is it in racial traits?
Racial
Or-
traits, yeah. If you have it, it should be on racial
Yeah.
traits.
So
don't
if
have
it
it.
doesn't say
I don't
anything,
have it.
it's assume you cannot see them very
I
well.
see shadows.
B-Rai! Yo, thanks, Brian. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We are just hopping in. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, people.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Look at little puppies.
Oh my gosh, these are some
Oh
really
my God.
cute emotes. Oh my gosh.
I can't tell if
That's
Brian's
Brian's dog. Brian, that's your dog.
So-
Did you create an emote of your dog?
Yes,
Yes.
there's one of Brian.
There's multiple Lloyd emotes, it looks like.
Oh yeah, there are emotes of Brian as well.
I can't tell if Brian is having a breakdown right now.
Lloyd's have arrived. When is Brian not having a
Welcome,
breakdown?
raiders. So
Okay,
we're
so
the party's deciding how they're going to approach this group of zombies called the
How
Return.
many-
Get them.
How many do I see, Kyle?
You see 5.
do I see the
Right.
same?
About how spread out are they? Like between the one that's like furthest to the left and then to the
They
right.
are not quite socially distanced.
All right. There's
Okay.
5 gold masks in a clump down there. I think it's the returned. We should take them from a distance, like Jaina said.
I agree.
Okay.
I don't think it would be great for us to get too close. Just
I'm
my
Down with
thoughts.
this.
I'm going to pull out my bow instead of my hand axes.
All right. Anyone else readying certain weapons?
I'm gonna
I'm-
ready my sword.
I'm gonna ready my short bow.
I have my throw daggers.
What about?
If you want to sing the song,
Chad?
now's the time, Chad.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna sing. Okay, what am I gonna do?
So yeah, so we are beginning. We're officially beginning beginning combat, or rather,
Yes.
we're going in initiative order, which starts with Chad.
I'm going to have
Thanks for the follow,
Fire.
Legend of Alec.
What do you call it? A rapier? Rapier ready?
I think.
Rapier.
Rapier.
Here.
Rapier. I can't say that word.
So
Well, you could be doing a rap ear as your
Oh.
song.
He
Well,
is our bard.
you'll need both hands to play your lute. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna have it ready, but I'm gonna be playing my lute and do basic inspiration towards Jane?
Jaina.
Towards Jaina to give her some kind of basic inspiration because she seems terrifying. So I trust her most out of everyone in this team.
Okay. Give us a little sample.
So on whose count
Jaina,
are we going?
We're gonna do well. Here's a song.
I loved it.
Thank you.
But Jaina doesn't say that out loud. It's just in her mind. She's thinking, that was amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to do anything else, like any movements or anything, Ched? Remind me how the people are positioned. So we have Alistar is in front of the grouping.
I think Jaina's in front.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Jane and I-
originally,
I think Jane and I are in front.
Kopaka and I were in the back because Kopaka was
Uh-huh.
afraid of the dog.
Yeah, I'm still
Well-
staying clear of the dog. I'd like to be far away from the returned, but also kind of far away on the opposite side of the party from Jaina.
Since I have a guitar
I'm with
and
him.
I'm only doing inspiration as far back as possible.
Say that again.
Since I'm playing the guitar,
Mhm.
I mean a lute. Sorry, I have to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, bros, like I feel like I need to be in the back because like my dad got me this lute and like it's really expensive. So I think I'm gonna stay in the back and just like support. Heartsies.
Okay.
I don't understand what a hot sea is.
You're better off. In fact, we all are.
All right. On that note, so Jaina, add some inspiration, or add an inspiration point that you were gifted by Ched's serenade.
How does that work?
So on
Is
your
it like a
on your
die?
character sheet, you can click in the little inspiration box,
So right next to the walking speed.
and then
Oh,
when you basically you can use an inspiration point to make a reroll, basically.
Okay.
at anytime you
So
want.
if you don't like your roll, you can re-roll, which is you're welcome.
And yeah, one-time use since you have 1 inspiration point. And it is now Jaina's turn. Also, Jaina, your wolf is going to have its turn right after you.
Okay. So Jaina is going to cast Entangle.
Mm-hmm.
So grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, hopefully encompassing all 5 creatures, all 5 returned. And so all the return need to make a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants.
Okay. Let me arrange for that.
And it would be
Yeah, I was going to say run
against my spell DC, which is 13.
Okay. So you can't see the returned very clearly. They are, you saw them right as the sun was beginning to set, so you can't really see them very clearly right now. But you are able to cast your entanglement in that area. And you aren't really able to see the result yourself. But you do hear the rustling of nature around there. And you could ask your party mates if they can see what's going on. Those who can see in the dark.
Okay. Did anyone see if anything happened?
I can't see. What do I see, Kyle?
So
Or do I not
you
see?
so Kopaka and Nishiru are able to see that the returned have been wrapped, or vines and roots have come out of the ground and attempted to wrap around the lower limbs of these returned, and they can't emote because they have their golden masks on. But they look down, and 4 of the 5 of them just are able to snap out of the restraints and are kind of just looking around.
Darn.
And one of them is completely pulled and tethered to the ground.
They know we're here. Looks like you got one of them.
Okay. So
They rolled really well.
Okay, so then that's my action, and I'm not gonna move. So Jaina's dead. Jaina's done.
Okay. And then
Not dead.
And then your turn half. Now you get to control wolf whose name I've just forgotten. Kamali.
I'm not sure how much I can do with Kamali. If I do an action, I don't think
So
I can then command Kamali to do something.
This is a separate. Right? Okay, so is Kamali being treated as? So as a separate being, Kamali gets their own turn, and they might. Are you saying that you don't think you would be giving them a command versus?
If I read the rules right, I think what happens with beast companions is if I don't give a command to the beast, then the beast just readies a dodge action if anything tries to hit it.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'll leave that there for now.
Command being your action.
Yes. I would have to use an action to basically tell Kamali to do something, I think.
Gotcha. Okay. Mishiru, you're up.
Oh, God. So they're trapped?
Only one of them is trapped, and you can see that there are looking like there's 5 approximately in a bundle, in a not quite a straight line or anything like that, but one of them got pulled to the ground, and the other ones are kind of looking around, unsure what just happened.
Okay. And they're within 60 feet, right?
They are exactly about 60 feet away.
Okay, and we're in a forest, so is it possible?
You're on the edge of a forest, and then they're kind of in a valley where it's not like forested, but there is plants and stuff on the ground.
Okay. Is it possible for me to use my movement to climb on a tree so I have a better vantage point for my dagger throw?
Yes. So, unless you have some, let me double check, because climbing would be, what's your climbing speed?
Oh, is that? I see walking speed.
Or let me check if there's any separate things with this.
Walking and swimming is 30.
Okay. So just make an acrobatics check as you try to scale one of the trees behind you.
Okay.
And that would serve as your action for the turn, climbing the tree.
Oh, that's my action.
That
That's
would,
not my movement.
Because you have to do, it's more involved. Yes, that would be your action. But I would let you take like another half action or something like that.
Okay. I mean, it still gives me a better vantage point for everybody
Yeah.
else. So I'll just climb on the tree and kind of like announce to everybody just what I saw. Just like.
Gotcha. Are you? And you're.
Oh, sorry. I rolled a 14. Did I climb the tree?
Oh, yes, you did. And you're being like, you're like whispering loudly what you saw, or what's your approach?
Oh, with my hands.
I'm sorry, I should have clarified. How are you conveying this information to them?
Like just like with gestures. Like I'm a rogue. I'm not loud. So I'm just like pointing at where they are. Like I can see how many, where they are, and how many.
All right. Party members, do you pick up on what Mishiru's putting down?
I'm really into my song right now, so not specifically.
Ched, are you maintaining your composure of staying quiet enough while playing your song?
Actually, I am.
Okay. Kopaka.
My turn.
Yes, it's your turn. Sorry.
All right. I have my bow out. They're not advancing to us yet, right? They just are still.
No, right now they're looking around.
What?
What? What?
Oh,
Can
I
someone
see.
Everyone make an insight check into what Mishiru is pantomiming.
I figured it out.
I rolled a 21.
I rolled an 8, but I figured it out.
Well, you can also see what's going on, so you're able to put it together.
I know what it's about.
Alistair, you understand exactly what Mishiru is pantomiming there.
8.
8. Jaina, in addition to like not necessarily understanding like the verbiage that people are using, does not fully understand what was being conveyed there by Mishiru. But you can
I got a 13.
You think you understand that so Jaina and Ched both think that know that there are 5 down there, but had trouble distinguishing exactly what happened to them after Jaina's entanglement spell.
I haven't been looking backwards. I've only been looking at the returned.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't seen these tree antics. But I'd like to fire at the one that seems to be the largest in the head.
Okay, so with your
longbow.
Right, your longbow. Okay. So go ahead and roll to attempt to hit.
I rolled a 16.
All right. Roll for damage.
5.
Okay. So if the returned are, if y'all can look at my screen for a second, there are 5 returned. They're more or less in a square with 1 in the middle, which is pulled down by the roots around it. The one to the front left was the one that Kopaka just hit solidly through the chest with an arrow. And it looks forward, upwards towards y'all. So it is still on its feet, but it did just get hit by an arrow and recoiled a bit. All right. And Kopaka, any words you want to shout your teammates before you end your turn?
Or whisper.
Or whisper. Sorry, yes.
I'll just whisper, "There's 5 of them!" Because I didn't see what was going on.
Gotcha.
And they know we're here now.
All right.
They know we're here now?
I just shot one of them in the chest.
After that, they all look towards y'all.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. Alistair, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna stay right where I am because I want to. I have no ranged attacks, but I want to be close to the party in case something does start approaching us. But what I am gonna do is take out my flame tongue greatsword. I'm gonna speak the word that ignites it, which is gay rights. And just so that everyone in the party knows, so the Flame Tongue Greatsword is a massive two-handed sword that when you speak its magic command word, it erupts in flames. The flames shred bright light 40 feet in a radius around me, and dim light an additional 40 feet beyond that.
All right.
So now we
we can see.
So yes, with the dim light of the sunset and the sun that is now set, and the dim light from the Flame Tongue Greatsword, you all can see what's going on with the return now. Sweet. So yes, gay rights has illuminated the battlefield.
That's never going to get old.
I'm blind.
And is it two separate words, gay rights, or is it actually the name of maybe someone you know named Gay Rights?
It's someone you know named Gay Rights.
Gerites, as the Greeks would say.
Gerites, yes. Yeah, exactly.
It's the previous owner of the sword.
I'll end my turn there, since I won't take any other actions.
All right. So, seeing the the direction that the arrows came from, and the now flaming sword, the non-shackled returned begin to shamble towards you all. And they cover half of the distance between you and them. So they're now 30 feet away. Okay. How do I want to... Because I don't want to do a full screen share, but... Wait, can I draw on my face?
Draw on your face.
Video settings. Share screen, no. Can I annotate myself while not in screen share? Video settings, meetings. Okay. I don't think I can do it in the way I want to, so instead we're going to do this, and I'm going to go retro. Hey, Harry Berries. People loved the gay rights thing, by the way.
Gay rights!
All right. Let me know if y'all are able to...
I told you it's a guy's name. Gay Rights.
That is.
Flink
Floyd
Gay Rights.
WRIGHTS. Thank you, Scotty. That's brilliant.
Yeah, but I love Gerites the most to make it Greek. It's like Gerites.
Gerites.
All right. So, okay, good.
We're using analog drawing.
Oh, yeah, we're using analog drawing. So, originally, we had the 5 zombies. The one in the middle has been shackled down. And then this is where the party is. Now you have 4... So, the one is still shackled where it is. And the other 4 have approached you. They've not reached you, but they're much closer. And I'm going to label them with numbers going poorly ordered. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can y'all see that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The one that is labeled number 3 is the one that Kopaka shot with an arrow. And so it has an arrow sticking out of it. Numbers 1 and 4, so the one that is top left and the one that is closer right, are currently trying to sling or fire slings at you. And by you, I mean one is going at Alistar and one is going at Jaina. And so, what are your armor classes?
13.
Okay.
20.
And...
Jaina, what class are you?
12.
I am 13.
My job?
Do we know? Yeah.
No, you don't know my job.
Okay, I was just thinking.
But you saw me do Entangle,
Yeah.
so...
And have a bond with nature, presumably.
I think I know what she is.
Yeah.
Well, there's a wolf.
Yeah, I think I know what she is.
All right, so they slung bludgeoning rocks at y'all, and they didn't hit either Alistair nor Jaina. And they're now at 30 feet away. Question from the chat: is Kopaka wearing a headband? I feel underdressed.
I am wearing a headband.
I like it.
My hair's really sweaty from that failed bike ride.
Oh yeah, sorry. So Ched You were in the restroom, so you might not have gotten the full scenario.
I heard a little bit of it.
So the zombies, one of them is still entangled to the ground. The other ones are approaching. This is where y'all are. And you can see them clearly because of the gay rights flaming sword. Very flaming.
Okay.
Very flaming.
So it is your turn.
It's my turn. Who is closest? But wait. So I want to sing. I want to give someone else inspiration. Who else would be closest besides Christina?
So we got. Give me a second.
And it only lasts for one turn.
No.
Doesn't it last 20
Go
minutes?
ahead and read the description for what you used.
I already forgot. Okay,
I'm
so
buying
as
myself
a
time,
bonus
by the way.
action, a creature other than yourself within 60 feet can hear you. That hears you gains an inspiration die. For the next 10 minutes, the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
I just hit it with I just hit one of the returned with an arrow. So
Yeah. So
you want to?
this is roughly where people are.
Thank
We
you.
have Ched is in a tree. Or sorry, Ched is behind them. Mishiru's in a tree. Kopaka and Alistar are up towards the front. Jaina's frontmost.
I'm gonna give
temporarily, but, like, Alistar's
Alistar.
basically next to Jaina.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
Going backwards,
Alistar
sorry.
another quickly another inspiration.
When you say
So is it a reroll or is it a die that we get?
So basically what happens is for the next 10 minutes, which I think for you, we'll just say it's 7 minutes from now.
Well, no, it every turn is 6 seconds in game time. So you.
Oh, so they have this for a while then.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Okay.
anything. Basically, your turn in combat in D&D is anything you could do in the span of a vine. So you could.
This is much better than I thought it would.
And yeet and yell.
Mostly yeet.
Yes, mostly yeet.
So I'll give my second to Alistair. So basically, you get one. You basically get, like, if you get a bad roll, you can re-roll. Is kind of what it's saying.
Yeah.
So
Is it a reroll or is it an extra die?
It is
an extra die. From what
technically an extra die. Yeah.
What is the size?
Okay, let me reread it one more time. As a bonus action, they get an inspiration die. It's
okay, so you get to add a 1d6 roll to whatever thing.
Oh, so you can add like so if you then roll, like, for instance, a 10, you can add between 1 and 6 whatever you roll to that attack or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And did you
And you
update
can only
on
add
your inspiration points, Ched? Because we have not. Wait. Did you? Okay, no. Wait. You haven't used inspiration since the wedding, right?
Who?
No.
Me.
You didn't.
Oh, he has.
So that's. I just want to confirm.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
this
the only
is
one
my-
who's used a spell, which is my fog
Gotcha.
cloud, which would have come in handy now, but whatever.
All right. Harry Berries, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome,
I did
welcome.
not mean the shade.
Hope
I'm
you
sorry.
enjoy your first time watching D&D. Sorry, Chris. Go.
Oh, I'm just gonna argue with Jamil while you're talking. No, I'm sorry for doing that. Thank you for the sub. So I have a question. So it's just one person at a time, and then after 3, I have to have a long rest to basically rejuvenate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're so Alistair is gaining an inspiration die. Is that the long and short of it now?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So Alistair, add an inspiration.
Gotcha.
Any other thing? Do you want to do any movement, Ched?
Jamil, is that a knife?
It's my rogue's dagger.
I'm just
The dagger he's gonna throw.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's a movie prop.
Got it. I think that's all I can do. I think because I have one last one I can give to someone. And
that would be your action for the turn, so you wouldn't be able to do the other one right now.
Yeah,
Although,
yeah. I think
Ched, we do need to hear though, since your last song was specifically strumming and saying Jaina's name. Can you perform for us?
Play Wonderwall.
What you
Yeah.
done to inspire Alistair?
Alistair, you're a star. You're like do a really big roll next time.
Roll.
I feel so
It's a roll.
inspired. I'm gonna fight better now.
Alrighty. Jaina, you are up, and you've seen that the entanglement only worked on the one returned, and they're getting closer. And I presume that your companion is at your side currently, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so Jaina is going to say flame and twist her hand and then shoot it at number 4 in your drawing.
Oh, yes. All right.
So
So this is
1d8.
this is the from the produce flame cantrip. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So
18 plus 5, 23.
oh yeah, that's gonna hit. And
so
all right, roll for fire damage.
5.
Okay. So the returned. So there's the 2 returned that are closest to you all. 3 and 4. 3 is the one that Kopake hit with an arrow. Number 4 was just hit with a fireball, like a small flame by Jaina, which she had produced and threw at it. And you could see it make impact on it, and you could see it recoil. 4 is one of the ones that also tried to sling at you last time.
And then I did read to make sure. So since that's my action, apparently without an action, I can't tell Kamali where to move. So Kamali can't do an action, but Kamali can move where
Gotcha.
I tell it. So so Kamali, I'm going to tell Kamali to go towards number 4, which is 30 feet away, and I think his speed is 40, so he should be able to
so it can
get
run up to
right
it.
next to it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that naturally, knowing to move right there, seeing that it's being attacked, Kamali will naturally make an attack, which would be bite. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So can you roll for Kamali?
Yeah. 11.
Okay. So Kamali tries to bite the returned, and you can see that the return doesn't like what's going on, but it doesn't seem that Kamali was able to pierce through the return's leatherware.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm staying in place.
Gotcha. Next up is Michiru.
Okay. So being up in the tree, do I have advantage?
You do.
Throw. Okay. So I'm gonna do a dagger throw.
I would say you're a little bit farther though, since you're farther back from the party and you're in your tree. What's the range on your dagger throw?
60.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, because I think there were 40 or something. Yeah. So 60. Let me see. Yeah, the dagger can be thrown 60.
Which one are you going to be throwing at? So the closest 2 are numbers 3 and 4. 4 is the one that was just hit by fire and has a wolf next to it. 3 has an arrow sticking out of it.
I'll go for 3.
Okay.
Hopefully number 4 will burn away. I'll go for 3 and I'll throw my dagger. Where's my equipment? Dagger. Oh wait, no, action. Dagger. Throw, and then I roll a 6. It says and then I have a sneak attack.
Sure, I'd say you get the sneak attack. Well, do you have to be coming up to them to get the sneak attack bonus? Let me check.
Well, sneak attack says
they are not aware of you if that's what's relevant.
Correct. No. It says if I do an attack with an advantage, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack. So I have to first hit them.
So roll for hit.
So I rolled 21.
All right, it hits.
Not a natural, obviously, not a natural 20. It was 17 plus 4, and then I roll for hit.
Roll for damage.
Yeah, where is that? Oh, actions. Roll for damage. Okay, so 3, and then I roll a d6. Wow, that was awful. That was 1. So 3 plus 1.
3 plus 1, which would be 4. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You hit returned number 3, and it is taken aback, and it starts to bleed. You can see, but it doesn't look like normal blood because it's zombie. Basically, it looks kind of bloodied or injured, but you can tell it's not bleeding like a normal body would. And the dagger is inside of it, or it's like sticking out of it by where the arrow is.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that back.
Ew.
And I presume you're staying in the tree for now?
I'll jump down.
All right. Can you make an acrobatics check?
Yeah.
Coming down is easier than going up.
25.
All right. You land gracefully on your feet with a triumphant sticking your finish.
With a pirouette.
Kopaka, you are up.
Awesome.
So you just saw a dagger get thrown from behind you towards the closer return that you previously shot.
Right. I would like to run up to the middle of that group.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm in the middle, so all 5 of the creatures there can hear it, I'd like to do a daunting roar.
Okay. So if you're attempting to run past 3 and 4, they might have an attack of opportunity on you as you try to pass them by.
How far between each other are 1 and 3?
About 6 feet apart.
Okay, then I don't need to run past them. I just need to run up to them.
Okay,
They'd
cool.
They'd all hear me.
Cool.
I'll roar like with them all in my audience,
Roar,
all
okay.
5.
And can you please replicate that for us?
Yeah, do the roar.
It sounded
bad
like
roar.
you were hawking up some sort of loogie, but it works.
It's a fur ball.
For a ball. Okay, well that's also intimidating. So daunting roar. So it's gonna be the 4 that are in that grouping.
5, the wolf as well.
Oh, you're sure. The wolf is affected. You're choosing the wolf to be affected. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm choosing the wolf to be affected.
Okay, just want to make sure.
So not productive.
Let me make some wisdom saving throws for these fine beings.
Will Jaina have to do the wisdom saving throw
Yes,
for the
Jaina,
wolf?
can you do the wisdom saving throw for your Kamali?
That was such a bad roar.
So
So
4.
okay, so of the 4 zombies, because you're up now close to in between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
The numbers 1, 2, 3, and the wolf are now frightened of you until the end of your next turn. So that roar was able to intimidate all of them except for the one that's in spot number 4.
Okay. So I would like to attack.
So you just ran, and is that a free action?
It's a free action, yeah.
Okay, that is a bonus action. And currently you have your longbow drawn still.
So my longbow's in my possession, but I also have my unarmed attacks. Can I do an unarmed strike while the longbow's?
Sure. You can
Okay.
You can swipe at one of them. You're holding the longbow in one of your paws.
Right, but the other
swipe at
paw
the
I
other
can use it.
paw. Yeah.
I'd like to use my claws melee attack
Uh-huh.
and attack number 4, the one that wasn't scared of me.
Okay.
Just roll to hit.
Yep, roll for hit.
Dirty 20.
All right, that hits. Roll for
We
damage.
love a dirty 20.
What's a weird die?
My youth.
4.
Okay. You want to talk to the chat real quick here? Scotty heard the roar all the way in Maryland. You think all 4 of them could have heard it? And Charles says that startled your cat, which is now sulking out of jealousy that he doesn't sound like that when he hacks up a hairball.
It's terrifying.
I can't speak from experience.
Yes. So the return to number 4 definitely gets really hurt by that. You can see that some of its graying, decayed flesh is now attached to your claw, but it shakes off very easily, and it looks really like it's in bad shape where it's barely standing. So both of the front 2 returned seem to be in similar states there. And we are now to Alistar.
Got that flaming
So-
sword.
How far away are they?
They're about 30 feet. For the front row is about 30 feet from you.
I think that's still too far for me to get to them. So I'm going to use my turn to stand in front of Jaina so that they attack me first,
Okay.
and then I'll end my turn there.
So in front of Jaina, and you are readied.
Yep.
Cool. So the returned number 3 turns to Kopaka, who is right there, and swipes at you with a scimitar. What is your armor class again?
They can attack me?
Yes.
Oh, even though they're scared? Oh, well.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. You're right. It
They are
will
scared,
not.
right?
Sorry.
Yeah, they're
so,
scared of me.
You're right. I totally forgot about that. Thank you so much.
Well, they have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight.
Yes.
So they could attack, they will just have disadvantage.
Correct.
And they can't
Okay.
move closer
You
to
can't move closer. So, that's going to come into effect here. So number
Okay.
3 is
Hi. I
I
have so
Go for it.
my dagger is piercing, and I think I forgot to tell you that. Did that matter?
It did not matter in this case. No.
Okay. Perfect.
It means that it could have gone through the entire corpse of it potentially, but it's okay here.
Dense bodies.
Remind me your armor class. Sorry, I already forgot. For
Ooh.
Kopaka, sorry.
Oh, my armor class is 12.
Okay. So, the one to your left, return number 3, swipes at you with a scimitar, but kind of shirks away at the last minute and kind of glances off of you, not even really grazing you. The one to your right, number 4, has its sling drawn and tries to do it to hit you, but it's like way too close and is not successful in trying to get its sling off. The 2 in the back, both kind of go away from you, like they go back towards the entangling area where they originally were, and they're trying to retreat. And let me look
Like
at
a mace
something.
of terror in my mouth.
Yes, exactly.
Girl.
The Mace
Wait.
of Terror.
Are you doing phrasing?
Do you want to explain what the Mace of Terror is for anyone who our last campaign was not broadcast?
So in our... Oh, go ahead, Jonathan. Explain it.
It was Karen's, which was Canon's character's magical staff they had from the start
Yes.
Yes.
and allowed us to scare people. Although, what did you have to do to trigger it?
Similar kind of thing. You have to hold it above your head and scream something
Scream
obnoxious.
something. Yeah.
Yes. So the other 2, the back 2, attempt to retreat, and you can see as returned number 2 shambles away, it actually trips over one of the vines or roots that had been out there from the entanglement previously, and as it trips, you can see it fall to the ground, get a little hurt, and it gets tangled up in one of the entanglements. So now there are 2 that are entangled. So number 2 is now entangled as well. And
Sweet.
number 1 is now back in that area, but not entangled, looking like it's trying to run away. All right. We are now to Ched.
Can you show me the map real quick, just so I can see? I'm not sure if I'm going to use my inspiration point or save it for. Do you know what time? Oh, sorry, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, sorry. So 3 and 4 up here. 1 is moved back, is too far away to do stiff, I presume. 2 is also now far. Like these ones are far. These ones
My
are
last
close
question
and
is, do you know what time it is right now?
it is currently 8:51, which means that we should probably take our recess.
No.
in
So
a
sorry.
second.
Not in real life. I mean, in the game. Like,
It is. The sun has set, and no light is coming from the sun.
Okay, I'm gonna give my last inspiration point because I'm assuming we're gonna rest after this to Mishiru, right?
Yeah.
To Mishiru because they vented about how the last time I didn't give them inspiration points. So I'm gonna give my last one to Mishiru.
When did I say that?
You sassed me out just a bit ago, so I'm
No.
giving you an inspiration point.
What?
I thought you did.
No, I
No.
said that I cast my fog earlier, and
Oh,
I shouldn't have.
I thought you were
that.
like, it would have helped me last time, and I was like,
No, I said
okay.
my spell would have been more useful now. My fog cloud would have been more useful now.
Well, I'm giving you an inspiration point, so I'm sorry. I thought you sassed me out when you were not.
I mean,
Alright,
it's
go-
understandable that you would think I sass you out. So
Go ahead
Yeah.
and play a tune.
Michiru, you can lip sync to the song later. Wonderwall sadness.
You hear that graceful serenade, Michiru, and are inspired. All right. Chad, would you like to move at all? You just gonna stay there where you are? Anything? That was a
Okay.
question. I'm sorry. Are you done?
Chad.
Oh, me. Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Yeah.
distracted because Scotty Barandum gave us this rainbow tea, which is the coolest emoji I've
that is
ever
cool.
seen in my life. Show me the map one more time. I'm gonna think if I'm gonna go to the left or don't laugh, Jonathan.
So the ones that basically 3 and 4 are the ones that are close. 1, 2, and the one in the back are 60 feet away.
I'm going to slightly move upward just in case, but to the left or just I'm gonna move a little bit upward just in case.
Cool. Okay.
Like they're 60 feet away, and then I
So
have
the closer ones are going to be about 25 feet from you.
And they're to the right, right?
There's one to the left and one to the right. And those two are close-ish. The other ones are 60 feet away.
Yeah, I'll just move right beside
Jaina?
I couldn't see who was right in front. I think it was
Jaina. Alistair moved in front of Jaina. I didn't put it on the map.
Yeah, I'll move just right closer to them basically.
All right.
And I'm gonna get my rapier ready.
Okay, sure. So
Rapier.
you're gonna loot away, grab your
Rapier.
rapier.
Yes.
Okay, I will say sure.
How do you say it?
Rapier. It's a French word.
Repair?
Just say sword.
Sword.
Yeah.
Think of like a fencing. Well, I guess they have different types. Like there's.
I
like,
mentally-
stuff like that.
You can say
I
saber.
mentally understand it. My mind does not say. My
Yeah.
mouth doesn't say what my mind wants to.
Jaina, it is your turn.
Okay, so do you mind holding up your map really fast?
Let me draw it fresh because I've been using pen and it's kind of all over. So we got.
Rapier.
Yes, Scotty's like
Rapier.
Rapier.
Cannon,
Yes,
I have
rapier.
your gay right sword.
Oh, I have the lightsaber, but it's only green.
Mine's
the wrong
this one's
color.
yellow.
I need a red one.
Oh, it's red? Oh, this one's yellow. I thought it was
Oh,
yellow.
you have a
Oh, that would work
lightsaber
too.
out.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I think my thing is gonna be props during this D&D campaign. I'm just gonna have props for everything.
It's
Props for
funny
that.
because not just were you like I thought you were shading me, but you were also pointing that little knife. So I was like, oh my god, Jamil's pissed at me.
So
Okay, where's the wolf?
it
where's
is next to number
Kamali?
4. That's what the crude drawing was supposed to be. The K
Oh,
is for
that's what it
Kopaka.
is.
And the wolf, by the way, is afraid of Kopaka. It just currently still.
Okay, so is there a way? Let me just make sure I did this. Okay, because it's a cube. Can I? So Alistair moved in front of me,
Yes.
and I'm like, in my head, I'm like,
I
hey,
can't.
that's nice. And so I go around him, and
Mhm.
what I want to do is, so you know how you have your square
Yes.
of the zombies?
Yes.
So I don't want to hit Kamali or Kopaka. So I'm trying to be on the side because I can move 40 feet.
Uh-huh.
So I want to be on the side because I'm making a I'm making a 15-foot cube starting from myself.
Okay.
So I need to go
Oops, sorry.
next to, I would assume, number 3
Uh-huh.
in order to get all 4 within the 15 feet. Is that correct?
So it's a 15-foot radius?
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cube starting from me.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's just going to barely hit all of them. And
Okay.
What's your movement speed, or what's your like, movement?
40.
40. Okay, so
And they were 30 feet away,
they
so
are,
I'm trying to
but
move.
to go around them, you can do it. It'll take some maneuvering. You'll make it work. Okay, and so you're using what are you using again?
So I'm casting Thunder Wave. So it's a 15-foot cube, and they have to roll a saving throw against Constitution, which for me it's 13.
Okay.
Wait, we do. We have
No,
the return.
zombies.
I thought it was because some of those I know it like accidentally can hit your teammates. So
yes, right. She was trying to be very careful moving around them.
Thank you for doing
In
that.
our last campaign, we had many people getting hit by thunder waves because
they were all by me,
and they both didn't really care. So Constitution over 13. Those ones are at disadvantage, or that one is at least. So
they're at advantage.
No, one of them's at disadvantage. I was saying.
Oh.
Because it is in sight of the scary Leonin. Alrighty. So then Jaina makes a thunder wave going on. Please roll for damage on 2 of them.
Oh, I rolled 2 7s. That's 14.
All right. Oh, sorry. So roll for 2 different ones. So 14 for the first one, and then for the second one.
Isn't it just?
Oh, so you're right. You're right.
It's just one thunder wave, though.
You're correct. You're correct. It's gonna be uniform damage.
Yeah, I rolled 2 7s.
So
14.
out of that thunder wave, where Jaina is now kind of in the middle of everything that's going on, a thunder wave comes out, and 1 and 3 are hit back, and they go flying, and upon impact, their body comes apart into multiple pieces. So 1 and 3 are down and out.
Ugh.
Number 4 is on its feet next to the wolf and next to Kopaka, and 2 and 5 are in the back, currently entangled.
Oh, 2 of them got entangled? I mean,
so one of them was originally entangled. The other one accidentally got entangled because it was very clumsy as it was retreating.
He was so scared of me.
It tripped over one of the things, and it basically got his ankle tied.
Oh, okay.
So not like full regular entanglement, but it's on the ground.
So only 1 and 3 were pushed back and killed.
Yes, but number 4 was not.
Okay.
But number 4 is on its way out.
Number 4 is on its way out. It is now Kopaka's turn.
All right. Wait, I thought it was Mishiru's turn.
Yeah, don't I go
I'm sorry. Yes, it is your turn, Mishiru. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. And then Kamali, like I said,
the wolf.
He's just going to stay by number 4,
Yeah.
and it's just preparing dodge action. So if it attacks him, it will be with the disadvantage.
Right. And it is also, it is still afraid because it is near Kopaka too. I'm sorry, Mishiru, yes, go ahead.
So right now we have, which is the one that attacked?
Number
Kopaka?
4 is the one that's close and is alive. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, but that's not the one that was attacking Kopaka, right?
It was
That
3
one's
that
dead.
was attacking me.
Oh, okay, so 3's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3's dead.
And is 4 in the vicinity of anyone?
4 is in the vicinity of me.
It's 15 feet from Jaina, right next to the wolf, near Kopaka also.
Okay, so can I do... And how far am I?
You are 30 feet.
Okay, so I can move 30 feet. That's my...
Sure.
Where did that go? Where is my speed? Oh. Yeah, my speed. I accidentally picked the wrong one. Yeah, so my speed is 30, so I move.
Go ahead and go up to it.
And then I can attack with my other dagger, a close range attack.
Okay.
Actually, is it possible for me to ready another weapon? Because I do have a short sword.
That would be your action. You wouldn't be able to attack with the short sword on the same turn.
Wait, so I wouldn't be able to attack with the short sword?
Correct. You could run up to it and draw your short sword, but you would not be able to attack with it yet.
No, I'll use my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
And then I think my sneak.
I would
Attack.
say that it. You don't have advantage on this one currently, so I would not give you sneak attack.
It says you don't need advantage if the attack roll is if another enemy of the target
you're
is
right.
within 5
Sorry.
feet,
Go ahead.
and if that enemy isn't incapacitated and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. So
You're right.
I could do.
Correct. You're absolutely correct. I misspoke.
So I'm gonna attack it with my dagger. Sorry, I'm just make sure I understand.
No, you're correct. I don't have all the stuff. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack with my dagger. Just not gonna throw it because I don't want to lose it on the dagger.
Understood.
Oh. Okay. 9.
All right. You stab at it, and that's after. Wait, is the?
Yeah, it was 5 plus 4.
The sneak attack's only for damage. Okay.
Yeah.
You stab at it, and you do not pierce or get close enough to it to actually make contact.
Okay.
All right.
Alistair, your sword's blinding me. Turn that off.
We can't see without it.
I can.
Well, the rest of us unfortunately cannot.
Well, Kopaka, you just saw Mishiru rush up and try to attack the returned right next to you, and is now your turn.
I would like to draw my bow and arrow and fire it at the one that has been left behind.
So there are 2 that are in the back and entangled.
Yes, 5.
Okay.
The one that didn't move forward.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and roll, and you've got advantage.
Advantage because he's tangled up.
Yeah.
All right. The first is 13. Natural 20.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna hit. Roll for damage.
8.
All right. You could see the one hit the one that has been it's kind of given up writhing, and it was there, and you hit it with an arrow, and it's like you're not close enough to really hear if there's any response. You can tell it would definitely be considered bloodied if it was a human.
Okay.
All right.
I'd like, and can I move a little bit outside of the range of number 4?
So number 4 is currently surrounded by 3 of you. So I would say if you try to disengage it, you'd probably have success without taking an attack of opportunity. That's what I will roll for the second because I don't want to look that up. Okay, so yes, go ahead and move.
I just want to move like out of its way, like 5 feet to the left.
Okay, sure.
And make sure I'm not in Jaina's wave of attack either.
Well, Jane is in the middle or whatever. Like you're good. You're good.
Okay.
All right. So there's again 1 zombie returned that is still near you all, 2 that have been blasted through by a thunder wave, and then 2 that are in the back tangled up. And we are going to Alistar's turn. And now Alistar, something I forgot to bring up when we were talking earlier is if you have your 2-handed Gay Rights Flaming Sword equipped, you cannot also be holding your shield at the same time. So you would need to unclick your shield to make sure that it is not adding to your armor class.
So it's on it.
Just as an FYI.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead. You are about 20 feet away from zombie number 4.
Is that? Am I close enough to attack it?
You're about 20 feet away.
So my walking speed is 30 feet.
Yeah, you can go up to it and attack it.
All right, I will walk up to it and I will hit it with my sword.
All right.
So I need to roll for hit first?
Yes, roll for hit.
8.
All right. You're a little winded as you walk over and try to swing your mighty greatsword at it, and you do not quite make contact. Are there any special properties to your flaming sword that one of us?
While it's on fire, it does extra damage.
Okay, but it doesn't add to hit or anything like that. Okay.
No.
Cool. Okay.
You're swinging a giant flashlight around right now.
Basically, yeah.
Like this.
People in the chat were talking about the returned or their zombie status. Charles is asking if they are mindless. They have not communicated any emotions to the party necessarily, other than the ones that it seemed to work, that they became afraid of Kopaka. At least most of them were, but they are wearing golden masks, so they cannot emote necessarily. But you've not heard things from them. But they
were feared, right? By the roar.
They did become afraid. So you may be able to glean from your knowledge of the return that they are not completely mindless. Also, from your previous knowledge.
When so since Alistair with his giant flashlight missing, and originally he stepped in front of Jaina to be a shield and whatever, and after her killing two things, so she sees giant minotaur swinging this flaming sword missing, and she's just not impressed.
Noted.
Wow.
Jaina is not impressed.
Shade.
All right. So return number 4 doesn't like what all is going on here. It tries to swing at Kamali, the wolf. And it
gets disadvantage. Because Kamali's doing the dodge action.
Yeah, and totally misses. It was trying to just like shove it away, but it did not have any success. And the 2 and 5 in the back are trying to wrangle free, but it looks like 5 has kind of just given up. And is accepting where it is because it's got an arrow in it, completely wrapped up. Number 2 is still tugging on its like the knot on its ankle, and is stuck currently. Now we move to Chet. And by the way, if you don't want to kill any of these things, basically, you can make that intention clear. So basically, out of character 1, make sure you all know you can leave the ones that are entangled if that is a character choice for you. I want to say, like, don't feel like you have to kill all of them to end combat. Okay, back to gameplay. Actually, you know what? We are kind of... Let us take our quick 10-minute break, our intermission, and we'll resume at the top of initiative order with
The break, I got a Jello shot. I thought you'd like that, Chad.
Testing. Oops. Nope, didn't mean to do this.
It's a Wednesday night.
Testing.
We made a bunch of Jello shots yesterday.
That's good.
Sounds about right.
Chat, we back? How we feeling?
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to expire.
It's like, what does Lucille Bluth say? If you have to finish the bottle of vodka because it goes bad once you open it.
It's true.
Exactly. Although these aren't with vodka, they're with this weird Peruvian liquor. I didn't make that.
I don't know anything about alcoholic drinks, basically, so I don't know. Tax wants a Jello shot. Yeah. I don't drink or eat Jello, so I guess I can't fully relate. But sounds
in
theory.
I didn't realize that gelatin is not vegan.
Yeah. All right, so we are back, and we were going to resume at the top of the turn order. One thing I was about to say in the break was that I wasn't sure if we were going to end up needing a map or visual thing up during the planning of this session, but now I realize that even for things like this, I will want a tiny little map screen, so next time I will try to have our screen layout changed a little bit such that it could accommodate a cute map thing, if that makes sense.
That'd be cute.
Just wanted to make a statement about that. So
your drawings might be a one-time thing.
Well, we'll just be drawing digitally. Last time, I advanced from using Microsoft Paint to using a different program, but it might be scribbles on a map still, just digitally. And you know how high quality art can be on Microsoft Paint.
The highest.
Yes. Your Tag says that his friends would only ever use Everclear, so you're stuck with one shot.
Ugh. Everclear. Jesus Christ.
Sounds bad from context. All right, so to resume where we were.
Yes.
There were 2 returned in the way back, entangled. One that was closer and surrounded by the party, who we lovingly call return number 4, who seems to be in bad shape, and it is now Ched's turn.
Am I in feet to attack anyone with my Ray
Sword.
ear.
Ray-Bans.
Rapey ear.
Yeah, I'm so self-conscious of saying the word now that I can't even it's not gonna happen.
Rapey air.
You're
Rapey air.
amongst
Rapey air.
family.
Fancy French sword.
Yay.
So Ray Romano, Frenchman named Pierre. Ray Pierre.
No. The problem, I logically understand
Okay.
that. Problem is because I put so much thought, I freeze and will mispronounce the word.
During the next week, Chris, you and I will just practice saying it a bunch. Okay, so you can
gonna go
move
buy one.
up to the returned and attempt to stab it with your rapier.
Yes. So that is a what roll? I just pressed the. Got it.
Yeah, for hit DC, let me know what you get. Oops.
7.
All right, and that's after taking into account all the bonuses and stuff, right? That does you stab at it, and your rapier narrowly avoids missing the returned. And
wait, that's a D8, right?
no, it's your
No, D20.
it's your
Oh,
your
D20.
hit
Oh, wait,
slash
hold
DC.
on. Because I was like making sure. So wait,
not
that's
your D8 is probably your damage die. Hit slash DC.
Oh, okay.
is
Wait.
each
Sorry, I rolled a Okay, so the damage die was a 7, and then I rolled a 16, and then I have a hit of +4, so that's a 20.
Okay, so you do
Sorry about
stab it.
that.
You stab it. Now roll for damage.
Okay, do you want me to re-roll damage? I'll re-roll it. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Go ahead.
Damage is 8.
All right. You shish kebab the returned on your rapier, and it goes limp over your the end of your saber.
How disappointing.
The rest of the party can see this, and again, to reiterate, now the only returned are about 30 feet back from you all. One is completely entangled in roots and vine-like tendrils. Another one has their ankle kind of wrapped up in them, but might be able to break free. The 2 other returned that were hit by the thunder wave earlier are kind of further to the left, to the west, we'll say. One of them has Mishiru's dagger in it.
Oh yeah, I gotta get that.
All right. So, Jaina, it would be to you.
So the one that tripped is the closest one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are they prone or?
They're both. One of them is fully like, the one that's farther back. We'll call them Farby, the Far Zombie, is completely covered with the tendrils and has an arrow sticking out of it, and is kind of just accepting that that's where it is. And the closer one, who is formerly zombie number 2, is the one that is closer and is trying to get away, but is tangled in its ankle.
Okay, so
Miles.
it is. So they're both prone.
They're both prone.
Or- okay, so since it's prone,
One is fully flat. The other one
Yeah.
is kind of on a knee-ish.
Okay, so since it's prone, I'm going to move up to number 2,
Mhm.
the one that's closest to me, because I have advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Cool.
So I'm going to do produce flame,
Mhm.
and let's see what I get. Oh, that was really bad. Oh wait, I have advantage. One more. Oh yeah, that was better. I rolled a 3 and a 16. 16 plus 5 is 21.
All right.
And then 1d8.
Roll for damage.
3.
All right. Oh wait, one other thing to Ched. Let me try to remember. Can inspiration be used with damage, or is it just a hit from the Ched inspiration? Bardic inspiration, ability check, attack roll. Okay, so not for damage. Okay. Cool. So 3 you said?
3.
Cool.
And then Kamali is just gonna come up next to me
Sounds good.
with the dodge action to be ready to dodge if it tries to attack him.
Sounds good. All right. So the one on the ground that you just hit is
Wait, you're
not
talking.
happening.
Wait, you said Ched though.
I did a minute ago.
Sorry.
Jaina,
Okay.
Jaina hit zombie 2 or 5?
Number 2. I had been asking about the inspiration thing, but we're good.
Oh, and I
Yes,
forgot. Is
hi, Miles.
Kamali a girl? Did we say that Kamali was a female?
That is up. That I will leave
I think we did.
Your interpretation. I think we've gone back and forth actually. I think earlier in this session you said he, and then, but I don't actually know 100%.
You know what? Because of secrets, how about we just say they?
Sure.
So Kamali.
Yay!
Gender neutral pronouns for
yeah,
Kamali the wolf.
Because for secret reasons, I'm
I was
gonna say
maybe
Kamali's
suggest
a
that,
they.
but that perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Jaina's had her turn. Mishiru, you are up, and you are about 30 feet away from the zombie that was just the return that was just attacked. You can see that after being hit by the fire blast, not fire blast, really. Miles, thank you so much for gifting a sub to another TTVV viewer. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Miles. Get some hype in the chat for that amazing gift sub.
Miles, we love you. Thank you for that.
You're the best. Oh, more coming through. More gift subs. Another one. This is to Aten. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Miles. Miles is frequently in my channel, KYLECTRON, and is just so generous. Another one. Maybe there's a bunch coming through and just coming in slowly. Commander Root, welcome. Thank you, Miles, for that gifted sub. Anyone who's new to the channel, or a new sub to the channel, you now have access to some emotes, so get some love going. If not, just put your favorite emotes in the chat. I'm gonna... Ooh, what is this? Ooh, this... I'm putting a sword. That's a cool one. Cool. Some extra little things there. Okay. Thank you, Miles.
Jonathan, did you ever talk to your friend about, like, are we gonna do art for our characters or anything? Or I would like to help pitch, by the way. Like, I would give some money if you guys, and I'm sure like you guys would too, if we could get some sort of basic artwork for our characters would be really fun.
That would be really sweet.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Now that we've like been able to do a couple sessions and have like a personality figured out.
Let's continue that discussion right after the session.
Sorry, ADD.
Oh my gosh, wait, Miles said just wait, gifting all the current viewers. Oh my god, Miles, that is incredible. So if you're watching at the moment that Miles did that, you may now be a sub. So everyone get real hype because this is amazing. So CW Rogers, that'd be Charles from earlier. D Moreno 22. New subs. This is so cool. Thank you, Miles. I'm gonna try to proceed through. We'll get more
Rogers said, noises. "Oh my goodness, thank you."
Yeah. Electrical Longboard, welcome. Thank you again. And if you're receiving a sub here and you're active in the chat, please send a little thank you or some emotes at Miles for gifting all these nice subs. I've totally lost my train of thought from where we were at before.
Whose turn is it?
Welcome.
He's on a sub high.
I think it's Mishiru's turn.
Mishiru's turn. You are 30. Oh, that's right. You're 30 feet from zombie number 2, which is on the ground. And after being hit by that fire from Jaina, you could see that his arm kind of raised, like trying to like almost like brace. It is like it's emoting with its arms.
I walk over. I grab my dagger from the one that it was stuck in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just look to the party and I just say, I don't think this is worth our time.
All right. Party, how do y'all respond to that comment?
So Jane is saying they're abominations and I want to make sure that they all die. So I disagree.
I agree with the scary lady.
Jonathan, you just received a gift sub from Miles as well.
Thank you.
These are coming in like there's a bit of a delay because as these trickle in, but that's still so. Oh, Miles, you're just the best. I love you. Sorry, Ched was agreeing with the scary lady Jaina.
She's standing by number 2 though, right?
Yes. Which is also kind of close to number 5, but...
All right. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. Alistair, any reaction?
I'm not clear. Have we killed all of the?
There's one left
there's
over.
There's 2 left.
And they're both. One is fully entangled, and one is mostly entangled and is currently being attacked by Mishiru and Jaina.
I think we should definitely kill the one that's most
I'm not attacking that. I grabbed my dagger from the one that I threw it in.
You went and grabbed
and then I looked at everybody and I said, this is not worth our time.
I can capture the one that's already got my arrow in it, then that's tangled up number 5. I've got manacles and can tie it down so we can question it before killing it.
Okay, then I just say, if you guys want to continue wasting our time, which we don't have, you're more than welcome to, and I just walk away. I walk off.
They may help us know if there's going to be any more of them.
So right before Kopaka's turn, I want to get to some of the stuff in the chat. Miles is actually manually going through this, so which is super awesome. You just want to make sure, yeah, the people are important. Oh my gosh, Miles, you're just so generous. So
Miles?
JJJ and Julian Felix C, welcome.
Miles is the sweetest, loveliest.
I know.
person.
Thank you, Miles. This is amazing.
But he's been like so giving, and he is always like this. And I just want to say thank you to Miles at this moment because I mean, Kyle knows this.
Mm-hmm.
Like Miles has just always been so. He got me a sweater once, and I wear it like all the time. He's the sweetest, loveliest person.
Oh,
He got to me, so I'm gonna say thank you, Miles.
Oh yes,
Yes, thank you.
I see that for Christina, for Liz and Ray Genie, and then Mas Grizzly. You're now part of the Lags group. Welcome. Thank you for being around, and thank you again, Miles, for your generosity. Ocean H2, welcome. Again, if you're getting a sub from Miles here, try to shoot Miles a little thank you. Assuming you were active you're in the chat and wanted to say so. Now, what was the other thing I was going to do? Okay, so Kopaka, it is your turn.
I'd like to run up to number 5 and control it with my manacles.
what are manacles? You know what? I'll just Google it. Keep going.
They're like metal handcuffs.
So what do you need to do to be able to do that? Let me double check real quick.
I'm not sure, but I think it's very low on health because I hit it with an arrow, and it's already tied up in the.
Sorry, for number 5.
For number 5,
oh
yeah.
You're probably going to succeed. I just want to know about that.
So escaping from it requires a successful DC 20 dexterity check. Breaking them requires a 20 strength check.
I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that you're able to successfully bind it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Peanut Butter Princess and Rumastino and Tags all receiving subs from Miles. Thank you so much, Miles.
Aww.
All right, so the return that is fully in the back and was fully restrained is now in manacles at the hands of Kopaka. And priority to Alistar.
So they're all dead. I'm still not.
So
what's happening.
We have 2 that are alive.
Okay.
One of them was fully restrained and is now in manacles, like basically shackles, handcuffs that Kopaka put on it. The only one that's alive and not in your custody would be number 2, which is damaged and has its ankle wrapped in a vine.
Okay. I'll walk over to number 2 and try and attack it.
Okay.
And you get advantage because it's prone.
You'll have advantage, yes. Yeah. Isn't Miles the best, B-Rye? It's been so great.
Nope. Didn't hit it. I rolled a 2.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. So, Alistar, winded from walking over and not being quite sure.
Wait, do you have inspiration?
Yeah.
Would you like to try to...
I'll use my inspiration. Let me try it one more time. I got a 6. My rolls are on fire tonight.
So wait, 6 plus 2, is that your final with advantage? So you rolled 2d20s. 2 was the better result.
No, 6 is the better result.
And you rolled a 6, so you got 12 total?
So
wait, I thought advantage was you roll 2 and then take the higher of the 2.
correct.
Yeah.
So what was your higher of the two? Ignoring inspiration for now. For advantage, you rolled 2d20s and for your AC. Is that correct?
Yes, and the highest that I rolled was a 2. And then
rolled
when
a
I
2 and a 1?
rerolled with inspiration, I rolled a 6.
Give me a moment.
So you rolled a 1 and a 2 and then a 6?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bad luck.
Oh, I didn't realize you
on
had
a d20.
2.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm doing this correctly. I'm
taking
just
advantage
really
of the
careful.
beautiful song that Ched had sung to him, Alistair, keep that in mind when trying to slam the great sword down at the returned, and misses. Still, incredible.
I misunderstood. I didn't realize you rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, I was like, I want to make sure it wasn't like you're rolling like your damage die or something like that. Oh, we have 2 new emote slots now? Oh my gosh, that's Miles, thank you so much. You're doing so much for this channel and this community. So you miss, and the return is like shaking and shuddering and is just kind of covering its head, covering its golden mask with its hands, while it's pulling on its ankle, or while it's like trying to get out of its ankle that is wrapped. Ched, it is your turn. Sorry,
I was typing "Thank you, Miles" on our Instagram and everything.
It is currently your turn. It's just
yes. So sorry about that.
Yeah, they were just tough rolls, right, JJJ?
What did you say?
Oh, talking about the rolls that Cannon was making and how he rolled a 1 and a 2.
Is the one that I was fighting, is it dead yet? The zombie? I mean, I don't know if you'd say dead, but
you killed it.
You defeated it, yeah.
I'm not sure what else to do, if anyone needs any help or anything.
Well, there's 2 still alive. Alistair came and tried to hit the one that I had already hit once. So if you want to keep fighting the one that we're trying to kill, but
I think that sounds like best. Yeah, so I'll roll a. Is that in hitting range?
You can walk up. It is in range for you to move to it and attack it, and you will have advantage on your attack.
So I rolled a 16 plus 4, so 20.
All right, you will hit. Roll damage.
And then I rolled a 9.
Oh wow. Let me.
I've been having really lucky rolls.
Yeah, you've taken all of Alistair's luck.
You have all my rolls.
After this game, don't expect anything from me after tonight.
So, Ched, kind of in a silly, lackadaisical, doesn't really care what's going on kind of mood, runs up to the returned that is covering its head and cowering on the ground, and runs it through with his rapier, and has now slain 2 returned at the hands of the rapier. So all of the returned are dead except for the one that is in the manacles placed by Kopaka.
Perfect.
All right. I'm going to say that is the end of initiative, turn order, combat stuff. Unless you all want to do stuff to the... Unless you think I should maintain turn order while you discuss what is next.
Listen, JJJ, I wanted to just move on, but these sociopaths. Welcome,
Virgo Pro Z. You are a Lemon and V and K. Some of the people gifted subs by Miles. Thank you. Welcome.
So,
By the way, we're up to 21 gift subs from Miles so far tonight.
Jesus.
That's incredible.
Miles is a madman.
And to Chris. Charles says, Mishiru continues to be the only smart one, TM.
Yeah.
All right. So Ched has just slain the last returned, and except for the one that is currently in Kopaka's custody. Cannon just received a gift sub from Miles.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
So
Listen, I've known Cannon for a long time. That's his thrilled face.
I honestly, I don't know what it means because I don't know what Twitch is, but I'm very grateful for any gift that anyone.
it means that money is coming to the lags, which is, if anyone doesn't know,
that's great.
LA Gamers is, or actually, Ken, do you want to explain what we are just very quickly?
So LA Gamers is the largest LGBTQ video game based nonprofit in Los Angeles. We used to do fundraisers once a quarter for local charities for people that need it. We primarily focus our work on homeless LGBTQ youth and the charities that outreach and support them. So any money that you donate to our organization goes to helping us build our community locally here in LA and helps support those who need it here in LA that are LGBTQ.
Yeah.
So anything that comes our way, we always give back to them. No one makes money.
So this Twitch channel is both bringing attention to those causes and also any subscriptions, money going to LAGS, the organization, is used towards those causes. So thank you so much, Miles, for all those subs that are going, not just supporting us as a group producing this content, but also for helping our community.
I just want to shout out, because Miles was so sweet, I want to shout out his Instagram handle just in case anyone wants to check him out, because he's done a lot for us. It's myles.nef on Instagram, and he, like if Cannon or any of you guys want to follow him, he's just a really, thank you for typing that, Cows.
Let me do Instagram.
Yeah,
it was trying to let you click through to whatever miles.nef is. That's not like just a website. It probably fails. But
I just gave him a shout out on the Lags Instagram and on my Instagram. But yeah, if anyone wants to write him a thank you, they can thank him on there. He's a really nice guy, and really appreciate him for always being supportive.
Thank you, Miles. Yeah. All right. That was awesome and very feel good. Let us talk about our new zombie captive and all the zombies that were just slain. So, the floor is open for the party.
All right, I was the one who shackled it down. Can I speak to them?
Can
I speak their language?
You can try. Actually, make me a religion check.
Oof. 7.
All right, you don't know if speaking to them will work.
Can I try speaking
to them?
Try. Yes. I'd like to ask, are there any... How many of you are there near here on this plane?
What language are you speaking in common, or?
I'd like to try once in common and then not once in celestial.
All right. It turns to you with its golden mask, and very softly, you can kind of hear, how many of who? It replies asking, how many of who? Who are you talking about?
This is a waste of time. We should.
Those are the returns.
Which language did it respond with?
Yeah, which language did it respond to? In common?
If you can see with your perception that it appears to be the body of a human. So basically, it was a human in its prior life.
Okay, so you who have returned.
I don't know. I only encountered a few others.
All right, I'd like to.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
If he's not being helpful, I'd like to turn to the rest of the party and ask. Does anyone have anything to ask?
Do you mind if I do? Do I know if they're useful in any way, or
make a religion check?
Okay.
It's a mindless creature. It's not going to be useful.
It can speak. Maybe it can say something of note.
11. Oh wait. Oh, I forgot. Because I forgot this last time.
Mm-hmm.
I do have guidance.
Mm-hmm.
And what does it do? So I would have wanted to do guidance before that, and then I can roll a d4 to add to it.
Mhm.
May I do that?
Sure. So what
Okay.
is the new number?
So I rolled a 4, so 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15.
All right. So you know that the returned would not have the memories of their previous lives, but they would be able to speak in the language that they had in their previous life. So this one is able to speak the common Theron language, given that it knew that in its past life. But the new returned don't have their previous memories, nor can they form new long-term memories here. So they have like very short-term memories. If they're able to remember, basically they would only have short-term memories even on this world.
Okay, so Janus would say, it's useless to us. It should just die.
Okay.
The mermaid was right. This was a waste of time. Kill it.
I'm not a mermaid. So I say that actually, so I'm like a couple feet away because I walked off.
So
Can
before
I ask if just someone else will take care of it, and while they chop him up, I'll take care of them.
I'm spinning my blade.
Thank you, First Class, for the follow. And also, you very much deserve that VIP, Miles. Sorry, I was addressing the chat. Continue.
So what I was saying, before anyone else does anything, as soon as they agree that it can die, Jaina looks to Kamali and goes, go. And that's just her command, and Kamali just takes the head and crushes it.
Is Kamali still scared of me, though?
The wolf? No, because that only lasted for one of your turn actions.
Oh,
based on
okay.
the roar.
Yeah, so Kamali comes up to the returned, instantly crushes its head in his jaws.
And the skull is no more. And the returned body goes very limp.
What an extraordinary waste of time this has been for our party.
And then,
finally, we agree on something.
Can I search the bodies?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Go ahead, let me check some.
I'm gonna take my manacles back.
Is that investigation?
I would say, actually, you can just make a survival check if
Survival?
you're just foraging through the bodies.
Okay, so I'm gonna do guidance.
Okay.
Guidance myself, and then roll.
Anyone else doing anything now that they're all dead? Talking amongst yourselves, or what's
Well, it's nighttime, so we should probably make a fire and camp here.
Okay, so
I agree. We should sleep because I'm like totally tired from like singing all those songs, bros.
All right, so Jaina is going around to the different bodies.
Okay, so 15. I rolled a 15
Uh-huh.
with guidance plus 2, 17 plus 5 survival, so 21.
Oh, okay, you are able to see that you find two kind of rusted or not like in great shape scimitars that were wielded by two of the returned, as well as a sling and some rocks. Two sets of slings and just like some rocks that look like they were just picked up off of the ground here. And then there's each of the returned has their golden mask. Besides that, they're not carrying any valuables, just those weapons and their golden masks that were adorn their face.
Okay, so I don't do anything with any of that.
Right. With your knowledge, you would know not to fuck with the masks.
Right.
Or based off.
I'm
of
just
your
gonna leave
principles,
everything.
yeah.
I just leave everything, and I just wait to see what everybody else is gonna do for the night.
All right, the rest of the party. What are you up to?
I'm trying to see if anyone wants a cuddle.
Jaina does not want to cuddle.
No, very politely decline, tiny elf person.
There are no elves on this world.
I am a satyr. I'm very offended by this. I also, what are elves?
This is our first time all spending the night together outside, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Quick question: has Jaina heard any of their names yet?
I'm trying
Didn't we
to
introduce ourselves?
I think
when
that
you got
there's some introductions.
I introduced myself
at the camp, but I don't remember actually.
I think we addressed ourselves to the entire camp, and you were just like standing in the crowd waiting to hear everything.
But
Okay.
We'll have to get we'll watch the replay.
The vibe
if
I
not,
got.
you might not even remember their names though, because they might have only said them once, right?
Okay. Yeah,
Fair.
I don't remember their names.
Okay.
I'd just like to avoid the wolf. I'd like to get on the other side of camp,
Okay.
wherever it is. And
Are
start
you
pitching my
all trying to? So is someone proposing to set up camp where you are, where the returned had been?
I suggest we make our way back up the ridge, and at the edge of the forest, we camp there.
Okay, then we'll camp up there.
Agreed.
Okay.
But wherever we go, I'm taking the corner away from her.
Fair. What is your setup? Are you all taking your own little sleeping bags? Someone starting a fire? What are people doing to get camping all set up? Just because it's the first time I established.
I'll start a fire in the middle, and then I'll set up my bedroll 5 feet away from that.
Okay.
How long does inspiration last?
10 minutes, so it is
Oh.
now worn off.
Okay.
It will. I can redo it in the morning. I basically get 3 per day.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna roll up my sleeping bag, and sleep.
No one took you up on your cuddle. Any reactions to that?
Nah, I think they're gonna totally fall in love with me tomorrow and want to cuddle some more tomorrow.
Yeah, Miles, that's not going to be the first or last time we hear the cuddle attempt. Don't worry.
Hashtag Dem Cuddles is the new motto for this campaign.
Great.
Best motto. Jane is just gonna go find a good tree to lean against, put out the bedroll. Because horses, I guess.
Horses sleep standing up.
I think.
I don't know how centaurs
think.
sleep.
Well, no, I don't think horses sleep. Yeah.
They lay down.
You're right. Not standing up. I'm sorry. But
They lay down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she tucks in her legs, I guess, as horses do, and like I said, just leans against a tree to sleep. And because they fought once.
Mm-hmm.
Even though some of them were more useful than others, she's trusting that they won't do anything
Gotcha.
weird. And then Kamali is going to.
Don't worry
So
about
this
Kamali. I got Kamali.
Okay.
So
that's what Jaina does.
Yes. By the way, Jaina, do you need or out of character? Do centaurs do the regular amount of rest, or do they have any?
How do I check that?
I think.
I'm trying to look for that.
I'm trying to remember I think it was something with maybe it was Fae folk only have to do 6 hours instead of 8. I don't remember where I saw that last time, but otherwise I'll just presume it's regular rest for today.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see. You'd probably be under something with the general race info, so I don't know. Not important right now. We'll just presume that. Anyone want to announce to me anything secret that they're doing? Either right before they go to sleep or while members of the party are sleeping, anything like that happening.
No, I'm just going to make sure that the fire has enough wood to burn all throughout the night so that we have light.
Okay. And you're all going to sleep, is that correct?
Quietly pray to Heliod.
Can you throw your sword on it?
That's how I lit the
How
fire.
long it lasts?
The sword lasts until I sheath it.
I'd like to joke to Alistair that at least the outdoors isn't nearly as nice as your bedroom or your sofa, wherever I slept.
You slept in the other bed.
Yeah,
Chad slept
as
on
your
the couch.
guest bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cuddle my loot and pretend that it's Michiru.
Okay.
Michiru is not where not with you guys. I'm off to the side.
Okay.
But next to a tree. But then okay, so Michiru just goes, "Hey Kopaka, ever skinned a wolf?"
All right.
Any reactions?
Yes.
Alistair
haven't,
just
I
shakes
can't
his head in utter disappointment in both of you.
I haven't, but I can't say that I wouldn't want to.
First class, yes, Jaina has a wolf. You have a wolf, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Kamali is a companion animal.
Yeah.
All right, so you all go to sleep, and let me make a roll real quick.
Yeah, I sleep away from everybody since, first of all, I don't need the fire because I'm resistant to cold. And I don't really like groups.
I'll be close to the fire, but I'm not really close to anybody.
Oh yeah, you're just purring next to the fire.
He's as close to the fire as possible without burning.
Licking my paws before I go to bed.
Ched is awoken while it is still dark by what seems to be rustling in their bag.
My bag?
In your belongings.
Did you bring a pet?
That's not coming from your bag. It's something you wake up and hear that noise.
And everyone else is asleep?
Everyone else is still asleep.
And they're far away from me, right?
Generally not. Well, do you want to check where people are?
Yeah.
All right, so just make a general perception check to observe what's going on.
16.
All right, so you see, Mishiru in his bed sheet or bedroll a bit away, Kopaka and Alistair soundly sleeping where they were. Jaina's asleep and Kamali's right near Jaina. And in rummaging around your bag, you see some sort of furry animal.
And the rest of us are still asleep.
The rest of you are still asleep.
Is Kamali asleep?
It's like the Kamali. As far as Ched can see, Kamali's resting at your feet.
Okay.
Or resting by your side. This animal's very close to you, and it is about medium size, but you can't see its face.
Can I do... Okay, so I did a perception. Can I do an investigate?
Flirt with it.
What?
Flirt with it. See what happens.
Okay, I am...
Cuddle you.
Do you want to make a nature check to try to see if you know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
All right. You can tell from its hindquarters that it is probably a boar or something related to a boar. Which you would also know... it's like decently sized, and you don't know what it's rummaging through your bag for, but it looks like it's trying to get something. It's like snorting.
I'm gonna wake someone up quietly.
So you're gonna go over to someone and try to wake them up?
Yeah.
Can you make a stealth check?
4.
All right. So who are you trying to go up to? You're closest to Alistair and Kopaka.
I'll wake up Alistair.
So you make up Alistair by tripping over onto Alistair, and the boar is startled. It pulls its head back out of your bag, and seems to be running off with something in its mouth. And when you fell on Kopaka, it woke up the others. And the boar runs into the woods.
Who did he fall on? Me or Kopaka?
I'm sorry, who did you try to wake up?
Alistair.
I'm sorry, you fell on Alistair and woke everyone up.
So the boar already left with something.
They don't know that the boar exists.
Listen, I am not going to cuddle with you, tiny goat man. Go back to bed.
Rose! There was totally a boar and it went through my stuff.
If you don't go back to bed, I'm going to put you in bed, and I'm large enough to do that.
I frantically run to my backpack and I start to open my stuff to see what is missing.
All right. And you find that there are crumbs of what had been of rations. So your rations have been consumed. You're snuggling your loot, so that's kind of totally fine. You notice that what is missing appears to be your hemorrhoid medication, as well as some of the other items in there have been destroyed, which would be the candle was destroyed, and the water skin there's a hole in the water skin. The water fell out.
So I no longer, bros, have any water, food, or candle.
So you don't mention the missing medication?
No, why would he care about that?
I've used my hemorrhoid medication. It seems like it's slowly clearing up after my wild night.
Oh,
It's not the worst of my worries. My biggest worry is my empty stomach. You can't have hemorrhoids if you're not eating, bros.
The party, from their passive medicine understanding, all doubt that statement.
Well, okay, I can scientifically improve it.
They don't say that. I just want the party members to know that they know
No.
that is not true.
How early is it again in the morning?
Yeah, what is going
those
on?
of you who are more
What
in
is
tune with
what
nature
is the
can
satyr doing now?
See that it's probably about 4 a.m.
I just want to clarify to everyone while I woke them up that I had really good rolls. Rolls are not a word that's being used. But I had really good damage and like totally killed those zombie thingamajiggers.
Can I throw a rock or something while I'm like trying
Sure.
to go back to sleep at him?
Make basically use an unarmed strike hit DC roll.
And is he a Fae?
He is, yes. You have advantage.
They're my favorite enemy.
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to clarify that this is a hate crime.
We're
All right.
seeing if it hits you first.
24.
All right, roll for damage.
Oh God. 4.
While Chet is monologuing about the boar that no one saw and how much damage it was doing to the zombies, a rock is thrown from behind, from where Kopako is sleeping, and hits Ched for 4 damage.
4?
4.
Oh, that's rude.
Response, Ched?
I'm
Go to
pissed
sleep.
off, so I start packing my stuff and walking away.
Stuff was stolen.
Charles in
Wait,
the
you
chat.
did it? You did an unarmed strike?
I did an unarmed
he
strike.
He threw a rock, and
Oh.
basically I went with that stuff.
Okay.
See, in the chat, Charles is saying, if someone had just cuddled with the satyr, then they would have woken up before the boar broke all his stuff. So, Ched is packing up stuff and walking away from the encampment into the woods, away from, or into the valley, or...
I'll go
just
after
inside.
him.
I'm gonna go into the valley.
Mhm.
I want to make sure everyone knows I am loudly crying.
Ched,
Aw.
please come back.
Okay.
Can Jaina can Jaina check to see if there's any tracks to prove that this boar existed?
Yes, please make a, I guess, survival check.
Also, I mean, I would think the hole in the water skin would also be a.
Oh, I forgot the guidance thing.
Oh,
I have to remember
you,
every.
you can use guidance, yeah.
24. 11.
All right, you definitely see tracks that reflect the gait of a boar, but you also know that you, Ched the Satyr, and Alistair the Minotaur are all hooved people, and you're not 100% sure that it was a boar, but you're like pretty sure based on like the size of the tracks and like
Okay.
how they're displayed that a boar could conceivably have been here, and would have probably run off generally towards the forest based on the kind of there's like a mix of dirt and dust by the area.
Okay, so learning that, I keep that to myself and I just go back to my tree and I go back to sleep because I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to carry Ched back to camp and give him some of my rations.
Ched, do you resist the
How many
being
did you
picked up?
have?
No, I get validated from the 1 ounce of attention that I got, and I immediately come back to camp.
Can you make Alistair? Can you please make a? I
strength
almost
check.
wanted to call it an animal handling check, but no. Just make an athletics check for me, please,
Athletics.
to scoop up Ched.
15.
All right, Ched
After
is
my fire.
cradled.
I just want to confirm that Canon has actually done this to me when I've had a temper tantrum in real life. So I appreciate this.
That's why he knew how to react.
All right.
What did you say?
So that's how you know how to react.
Yes.
So Jaina has gone back to lean against the tree. Kopaka and Mishu, are you just going back to sleep? Is that
I've been asleep this entire time
Okay.
with my tail twitching up.
okay?
Huddled up. I did my little bat and
Yeah.
I went back to sleep.
I'll say, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that-
I'm like 20 feet away, so I just kind of see everything. I hear the rustling, and then I just like,
You mind your business, stay in your lane.
yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So Alistair carries Ched back to the camp. Now what?
Is there, so do we know if the boar took things that are retrievable? Or is there any purpose to pursue the boar whatsoever?
You don't. Basically, the only one who knows what the boar would have taken would have been Ched, who's explained like only parts of that to the party, like the food and I guess Ched explained everything that you know.
I just want to make clear that as Alistair's carrying me, I've already dozed off asleep.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Because he's cuddling you. He's technically cuddling you.
I never had a father growing up, but we haven't had a chance to talk about that.
And we never will.
Well, he did not raise me, and my Minotaur
sorry.
raised me, and there's a Minotaur carrying me. It is bringing back stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm going to softly place Ched's body back on his bedroll, and then I'm going to make my way back over to my bedroll and go back to sleep.
Okay. You are able to sleep through to the morning, to the sun rising as normal, and on that day is where we will begin our next session.
Is this a long rest?
This is a long rest, so all your stuff is replenished. You are leveled. By the way, you're all going to be level 2 when we resume next week.
Okay, woot.
Yes, so next week, same time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, here at LA Gamers Twitch channel.